actually joined right now with one of my really good friends. His name is Corey Webb. Corey Webb, what's going on, man?
What's good, man? Thank you for having me, man. Thank you.
No problem. First episode, man. But Corey is one of the best flag football players in the world, and he actually was selected to the Team USA flag football team for the summer of 2018.
2018.
And then he was going to be again nominated this year for the summer of 2020. But Corey, can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, obviously everybody know the situation of the coronavirus, and we all need to be safe out there and figure out everything what we need to do so we can get back doing what we need to do. But prior to the question you asked me, everything's been shutting down, so we have to wait back at least a year or two to get back with the USA.
So when you heard the news that they canceled the tournament that was going to be in Denmark this summer, how did you feel about that?
I felt kind of disappointed, man. I was happy. I was really happy to go back to represent for my country, the USA. And when we had the bad news of the situation, man, it kind of hurted me a little bit.
You went to one of the tournaments in 2018. Can you talk a little bit about that and what that experience was like playing for Team USA?
It was a great experience. Obviously, playing around with different type of guys in the United States, different areas, Florida, Texas, New York, California, etc. And we all didn't know each other at all. We didn't really practice or anything, but we were trying to get used to each other as much as possible as everything's going on in the USA. The environment out there is totally different than any other environment I've ever been in my entire life. So especially going international.
Yeah, where did they have you in 2018? What was the tournament?
Panama City.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
How'd y'all guys do out there?
We actually won first place. It was the score we
That's
played
awesome.
against Austria, 19-13.
Okay.
It was a really good game, and our biggest opponent was Denmark. Everybody was on the team was at least 6'3" or higher. At least 6'3" or higher. And I'm already 5'6", 5'7", so that's a big total difference.
Nah, seriously. Those are some big cats. So I know that they were getting ready this year to go overseas again and, do the Team USA tournament. And they had kind of like I wouldn't say a practice round, but like a kind of a warm-up tournament that happened earlier in January here in Dallas. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, they picked 20 guys that's for the USA, and we split it up to try to equally try to help out both sides of the team white and team blue, or team stripes or team stars.
So 2 teams.
So, yeah, 2 teams.
Okay. So how were the 2 teams decided? Like, how did people decide which players were on which team?
They kind of started off with the 2 quarterbacks. So team stars was us. We had Eric, our remaining MVP, MVP of the tournament, MVP of Panama. And the team stripes had their other quarterback, George.
They were both in 2018.
Yes, sir. Yes. They was really good. They had different systems. Some of them like to do the drop back. Some of them don't like to do the drop backs. And they'll call their play. He'll call their play, and they'll come in together. Just try to figure everything out, which style is kind of like benefit depending on the game.
Okay. So they had those 2 quarterbacks, and they separated them up to see how they played without each other. So how did they decide, like, guys like you and your brother? Like, why didn't they put you guys together on the same team?
I feel like why they didn't put us on the same team because we already had, like, good chemistry.
Okay.
So I feel like in this tournament, what they had for the Cowboys, they had the expedition when all the countries came, they wanted to put different people on different teams just to see how well they work together.
Okay, that makes sense. So kind of see how you did with people you never played with before. So who was someone that you obviously knew everybody by word of mouth that came out there and played, but who was someone that you knew or someone that you didn't know that came and just really played well that weekend that you were surprised with?
Terrence Bunn, a.k.a. TB, a.k.a. Herb Life.
From Fighting Cancer?
From Fighting Cancer.
He was a great player.
He's a really, really great player. Like, everything he did was just to be that big and be that tall and be that agile and move like that for a 37-year-old, I was definitely shocked. I don't know about anybody else, but that was like my MVP of the whole tournament.
He played really well. One thing that just jumps off the page when you watch him was how strong his hands were. It was like in every contested catch, he had someone draped over him, and he just swallowed the ball with his two hands. He had really, really strong hands. So if you had to say someone that you just really enjoyed playing with, or maybe even your favorite teammate that you got to play with that weekend, who would you give that to?
I mean, my favorite teammate, my brother, we always go at it. I mean, we're not blood brothers, but, you know, it can't be nothing thicker or closer than that. But I love playing with Frankie. He always bring the best out of me. But who I really like was playing with Hoosh. He showed me something different what he can do. He was a very versatile player. Anything he done, I mean, on the field, like everything he did on the field was really good in my opinion. He was good at every position. Cornerback, he rushed, he did star,
very versatile.
Went out and handoffs. It kind of shocked me a little bit, and I know then and now that don't underestimate him.
No, not at all. That was my first time seeing him live, and that guy's short area quickness is just elite. He's like a jackrabbit out there with the ball. He just moves so quick and agile. It's really something special to see. And like you said, he's good at every position. He may not be an A+ at every position, but he can go out there and survive and play at any position that he needs to.
Great team player. That's a great team player.
Good teammate?
Great teammate. Great teammate. Whatever he done, he didn't argue, he didn't do anything. Whatever we asked or whatever he wanted to know or whatever he feel like he needed really help or something that we need help on, he always kind of let us know. Like he was, you know, he knew the game a little bit, you know, football basically.
Kind of like a veteran presence.
Good V.
Good that.
Good V.
And for all the listeners that don't know, Hoosh was the quarterback for Fighting Cancer, which is the American Flag Football League team that won the $1 million tournament in 2018, and then his team Fighting Cancer won again the $200,000 tournament in 2019. With two USA teams in this tournament, how did that format go? Like when you guys played each other and you guys won, what happened?
Obviously, whoever wins play in the Cowboy Stadium. So we did 2-pool play, and then the number 1 seed obviously get a bye. If you win that game as number 1 seed, you go in the next day to the championship playing the Cowboy Stadium. But if you lose, you got a consolation game. But nobody don't want to lose. I can tell you that. Nobody don't want to lose. But playing in the Cowboy Stadium and having everybody else trying to compete and
it was on ESPN too.
Playing against everybody, against different teams, different countries. Shout out to Japan that came out here. Shout out to Israel that came out here. Shout out to Canada that came out here, in Mexico, and Panama. Some of the Panama players that came here also. But if without y'all, we probably wouldn't even have no type of expedition match.
Yep. No, that was a really cool event. I got to go and watch some of the best players in the world, and it's really sad that the tournament this summer is not going to be able to happen, but we got bigger things at hand that this country and this world need to attend to right now, and everyone just needs to stay safe and, you know, self-quarantine. Wash your hands. So, Corey, I appreciate you coming on, man. It was a pleasure. I appreciate it. You got anything you want to say to the people?
Yeah, man. I appreciate everybody that's listening, and just be yourself. Make sure y'all stay safe. No germs, sanitize, soap, shower, whatever y'all need to do to stay safe and stay healthy, man, for sure. So we can live our lives like we normally do.
And buy barbecue chicken gear, right?
Yeah, man. Barbecue chicken, man, a.k.a.
I don't know what barbecue chicken is, man.
Well, barbecue chicken is basically like you cooking them and grilling them. So, you know, nobody can guard you. You know, it's barbecue chicken.
It's like your alter ego.
Kind of alter ego. You know, alter ego. That's Corey and barbecue chicken is totally two different people.
Well, I appreciate it, man. That's Corey Webb, a Flag Football Gold Medalist. I appreciate it, brother.